All right, guys, it's Sebastian here with Lost Hombres. It's a bonus episode today. Today, who we got with us?
Alex, I'm his cousin.
Yes, excellent, Alex. Welcome aboard. And so, Lost Hombres. Well, right now, a lot of the conversations have been about honestly what's going on with men in society, what's been happening with the politics, what's been happening with why there's such confusion right now about what it means to be like masculine, or like the problems with a lot of like confusion with what's truth, what's lies. There's just a lot of manipulation in the world right now. From your perspective, because you got a younger perspective, I like to say you're untainted in some ways. What's your perspective on like what's happening in society right now? What do you feel is wrong, or like from a young person's perspective, like what do you see as like an issue that we're dealing with right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, something that I was telling you, like when we were downstairs, earlier. The main thing I see, like among my peers, especially, is like they don't want to think anymore. Like they just let, for example, like AI do the thinking for them, or they just kind of like don't want to stress their brain. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in anything into like getting better at anything. They just want to get
Yeah.
through life.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I would say is like, so when I think a lot about the seven deadly sins, and so you have like gluttony,
Hmm.
right? Sloth, fury, envy,
Yeah.
lust, right? Just those alone, right? What do you hear already? Think of the people around you, right? Hateful, the comments they make. They always have to be making fun of somebody or
Yeah.
trying to be. There's always a desire that I have to be better. Now, they will tell you that in the animal kingdom that the animals do that, right? But then that's taking away our what? Our
Our
humanity.
humanity. Hmm.
You're just saying we're animals. What are you
Yeah.
saying? Like how do we have language? How do we have connection? How do we have all these other things if we're just animals? Again, human beings will not come to these conclusions on their own. They are being systematically conditioned to believe
Yeah.
these things. And so once you understand that there's been a systematic conditioning, then you can say, "Oh, that's why they're like this." Because first you have to have the inner peace, right? Because you've been systematically told since you were young. Like for example, if you tell people I don't want to go to college, what's their immediate reaction to you?
I'm just saying, you're not smart, or like you're not good enough.
But who told them that? Was that their belief system?
That's someone else. That's society.
If they're gonna tell you what's worth or not, wouldn't you talk to somebody that has the degree? They would tell you. They would tell you something. Like if you truly want to know the value of something, you would go talk to the person that has that,
Yeah.
and they would help you understand, is this valuable to me or not? But when someone's telling you that's what you need, and there's no thought beyond why, that's already the issue.
Mm.
That's the conditioning working.
Hmm.
That's the machine working. Why? So the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
So why were they all asleep? Because they were in a dream. What does Elon Musk want to do? What's it called? Do you remember?
What?
Neuralink?
Neuralink? Oh yeah, like the brain chip thing
Brain chip. Where?
in the back.
What is that called again?
That's the
Matrix? The Matrix.
The Matrix. Oh.
That's exactly what isn't that what the Matrix was?
Yeah.
That was the definition of the Matrix, was a dreamland where you can become God. Here's the irony in that. You already have that.
Mm-hmm.
You already have that realm. But they're selling you a solution to a problem that never actually was. See what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
so the mind control is, again, if I can get your subconscious to stop dreaming, you will lose faith in your what? In your purpose and your humanity. So there are 7 different chakras in the human body. The first one is called your root chakra. The root chakra is survival.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most primal shit? Just staying fucking alive, right?
Yeah.
Just the fucking base. That's why what? Already just the fuck, just the basics already puts you on high blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's survival. Then you have sexual, right? That like a little monster in there. That's the second nature, right?
Yeah.
Then it's willpower. Then it's your abs, right? Like like me, what am I? Then it's heart, it's giving and receiving, right? Then it's communication, right? What I talk about, what I receive, and then it's thought, intuition, knowledge, and then it's purpose, my higher purpose. What was I born for? What am I here to do? Right? And so you're going up the ladder of your chakras and get to enlightenment. A lot of people stay where? At the bottom.
Yeah.
They never reach enlightenment. And then when you reach enlightenment, then you start to access divinity, which is the opposite of matter. Matter, and then it's eternal, which is where thoughts are. So, how do you define love? What is it? Can you feel more or less of it?
Yeah.
Can you feel a lot of it?
Yeah.
Can you feel none of it?
Yeah.
How? What is that?
It's a feeling.
But what is that? It's an energy.
Ah.
It's a state of existence, but you only have so much to what? Give, because it needs to rest. Or else you burn it out. So you need to give and you need to
receive.
It's a flow. The human experience is you're a musical vessel of different energies coexisting at all times. So sometimes you have something and sometimes you have none. There's a point you're running away from the bear where you just stop what?
Stop feeling.
Giving a fuck. He's like, fucking taking me, bro.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's okay. Even the universe is like, bro, I got you. Just give up, bro. This is the end of you're not going to get away from the bear.
Yeah.
Let it have you, bro. Your death gets to be, I was died by a bear. You know?
Yeah.
Welcome to Beetlejuice Land, you know? But yeah, so the idea is that you've run out of the energy. You ever just run out of desire to talk?
Yeah.
Desire to think? Desire to have willpower?
Yeah.
Even like sexual urges, you're like, That's like the whole post clarity. You're like, mid. Yeah. But there was an exchange of energy because there was a prior and there's a post. And so that changes the flow within you, right? So again, we have moments where we reach peaks and moments where we reach lows. The problem with society is everybody wants to be good, which always means there's going to be what?
So bad.
Wow. Now, here's where it gets real fucked up. So if I'm an evil group, I need to convince you to what? To be nice. So I can...
So then you can be bad.
Wow. I need to convince you that you need to be nicer. Because that's what I deserve that niceness from you. What's starting to happen now? Unequal exchange, imbalance, imbalance of power, imbalance of energy.
I see.
How am I going to keep giving? It's like being in a relationship with somebody, you keep giving them and it's never what?
You're never receiving anything. Yeah.
So you just end up feeling burnt, drained. And that's that power dynamic. Because I don't need to be more. I just need to be what? Enough.
Enough, yeah.
That's it. But people want to keep being what? More. What if I'm not good at... You've always just been enough. But you didn't believe yourself to be enough. And that was the whole problem. That's where the problem starts. Is the moment that you don't believe that you were made to be enough, now there's a deficit. There's already a struggle, power dynamic. For example, right? Why is money the root of all evil?
It's because people always want more.
If I take away money, how can there be poor people? Because in order to be poor people, there has to be what?
There has to be rich people.
So if I take money away,
then there's no rich or poor people.
There's just people now, right? And so we're all in the same playing field. There's no power dynamics anymore.
Yeah.
Because the second you create power dynamics, it's literally the abomination of God. That's creating an alchemist stone. You're trying to get more power out of nothing. The only way to do that is to use souls. Because the only thing that actually has value in this world is a soul. So if I create a banking system, right, and I decide we're making money, right? And then I make this other country adopt our banking system, but I decide how much their currency
it's worth.
Wow, so now I'm telling them what their people's souls are
worth.
So now I can pay our money goes over here. Now their souls are worth what? So now we're creating a power dynamic based on what? Money. That's it. That's why it's blood money.
So it's just changing out souls for money, but they still represent the same thing.
Yes. It's an exchange of energy. That's why when people say, what are you worth? It's really what you believe your self-worth. That's why it's self-worth.
Mhm.
It's like, what do you believe your soul? Because again, like, what made any artist, singer, creator special was that whatever they could create, only they could do it.
Mhm.
It's like Nana with her tamales.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to copy a recipe. What you know what the secret is? She gives a fuck.
Yeah.
She takes the time. You can't mirror a recipe when the recipe is her spell crafting.
Yeah.
It's the knowing of what this is the exact amount. How do you know that? You just have to what?
She has to care.
That's why it's soul food.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it doesn't taste like McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Because McDonald's is a machine
Yeah.
that's being cranked by what? Humans.
Humans.
So we're putting the money to crank the machine to create a product.
Mm-hmm.
That's the machine. But the machine couldn't operate if there wasn't what?
Raise on the hand.
So we're literally creating the monster that's moving right now. This entire monster, we are fighting. In order to keep this monster going, we have to keep fighting the will of what? Nature, God, right? Because we're creating animated fucking, like, think of like the being that is electricity and like the grid. Like, think of how it's like moving around right now. Like, it's like literally like poisoning the ground of the environment, scaring the animals away. But for what? Just to fucking, we got so bored of taking care of the universe, so we said, fuck, we want to become like evil. Imagine like taking your mom and like drilling holes in her and selling her organs off. And she's like, why would you do this to me? And she's like, okay, if you really need the money. Yeah, Ma, I got to pay off that debt. Thanks, Ma, for your organs. That's Mother Nature.
Yeah.
The one that gave you. And that's why Mother Nature is going to get pissed at some point and couldn't do what? Oh, you don't think there's a virus? We are the virus. And at some point, what's she going to do?
Destroy.
What does your mom tell you? I brought you.
No, I brought you into this
I will
world.
fucking. Why do they say that? Because she is Shiva, the destroyer. Because if she can create, she can fucking what?
Destroy.
That's right. And that's her fucking job. That's why she's chaos. That's why women are chaos. But they're also divine, because when they're around the right man who knows how to be calm, he is her calmness.
Mm-hmm.
He is order. She is chaos. But together they make the divinity. That's the dance.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's why they're negative.
Uh-huh.
We're the proton that creates the neutron for the electron. And that is the family system. We are helping create so that she can have a home.
Mm-hmm.
So we protect her physically, she protects us spiritually. And that's us. That's a combination.
Yeah.
That's why if you protect the plant, it will give you the fruit. You don't need to speak plant to know what it needs. It'll speak to you if you listen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to study it. You study it, will show you. That's why women don't speak through language. They speak through empathy, telepathy. You know what telepathy stands for? Feeling at a distance. Empathy.
Oh.
Telepathy. So when you're feeling someone's vibe and you're like, they're lying, that's called telepathy.
Yeah.
You're reading their heart through your gut. And then the gut is reading it like a lie detector?
Yeah.
That's your gut doing this. And your brain's what?
Feeling that.
Reading the scans, making sense. That's common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Common is what you think, sense is what you feel, common sense. Empathy. Or emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Empathy. Coherence. Mind, body, soul. So when you connect the mind and body, you start reading the energy of others. That's why you can read a liar. How do you know? The second you ask them or say something, they what? They move, they squirm.
Yeah.
That's why I can do exorcism. So there's 4 stages of a demon. The first is denial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Second stage, well, I didn't know. The victim. They victimize themselves. Third stage, well, what? You're going to hate me? Fine, I'm the worst. Everybody hates me anyways. Right? Now the fourth thing, they throw a tantrum. And they say you're making them do it. You make them like this. They were having a great day and you ruined it. That's what demons do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what at the very end, what are they going to have to ask for?
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had to let the demon out. They had to redeem their soul after they threw a tantrum. But you have to stay what? Calm, present, like water, or else it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they see you, that's where they win.
Oh yeah.
That's what they're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
They just need one moment. But if you don't give them any moments, they have to what? Surrender. Because the light never what? Wavers.
Yeah.
It just is. Because darkness is the absence of what?
Of light.
That's why darkness hates what? Light. So the demons run away from what?
From the
Light. But where's the light? It's your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's the spark in you? Yeah, the divine. But when you align with the divine, your heart is strong.
Mm-hmm.
And it scares them because a light has no what? No entries.
Mm-hmm.
See? They have nowhere to enter.
Mm. I see.
When you lie, when you manipulate, when you're dishonest, you start creating what?
Like cracks.
And they what?
They just see
And they're looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're looking for your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And you give them to them. Because the second you what? They know. But that it doesn't work, they get scared.
Yeah.
They start going, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to admit. And then you start watching them what? And now that's when you won. You're like, oh, you thought you were going to win this one? That's okay. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Because I have patience. I'm the tranquil water.
Mm-hmm.
You will not take me out of this tranquility. And once you can hold that, they can't get in. And that's how it works.
Damn,
And you literally got to pull it out of them. But you have to do it by taking care of your own what? Stamina, strength, power. Because if not, they'll make fun of you, try to like limit you, like whatever. Because they're what? Fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But deep down, there's a part of them what? Wants it. But they're not ready to accept that there's this entity in them. Because who wants to accept there's like a demonic presence or like a negative presence? Who wants to admit like guilt's in here, envy, lust? You know, who wants to admit these things?
Yeah.
That's one that can admit them, that can admit that I'm human, that I have both sin and virtue, which is what makes me human. I'm not divine or demonic. I am both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm human. That's when you get both your wings. That's when you get peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just get to live your own destiny through understanding the alignment of the stars for you.
Yeah, that's true. It's cool stuff.
How do you feel like the school system that you're in it, right? How do you feel like it manipulates kids? Like, how do you feel like the system is like working against you guys? Because I'm sure you guys as kids feel like something's wrong, but you don't know how to describe it because nobody listens to you.
Yeah, well, something we were talking about downstairs as well was like most of the things they teach you, like they just tell you what something is and they tell you like what to do, but they don't really tell you like what it means, or like they don't tell you like the things behind different stuff. They just teach you to believe stuff, but they don't teach you why to believe it.
Yes. They want to say, look, this is important because they know if you were to research those things, you'd actually start to unlock what? Like that book I showed you, right? Or this book right here. Right? Like this book, here, you can hold it. This book, they don't sell in the States.
Oh, really?
Now, if you had to ask yourself why, like what is so crazy about, like, is there some kind of like terrorist? Does it tell you to kill people? Is it like trying to convince you to be a horrible person? No, right?
No.
It's just trying to expand your mind, but they don't want that. Why?
Yeah.
Again, see, you understand? Like, it's not about the books they ban. It's the ones they don't tell you about. The ones they don't talk about. Mm-hmm. Why don't they talk about those ones? And now you start, like you have to get certain things outside of the country. Like, why are they so bad? Like, why is it bad to know like how other societies believe?
Yeah.
What was important? Wouldn't we want to know this? Right. I saw you were looking at a part in there. It said the meaning of life. What was tell me about that passage and what it kind of meant to you, or what you saw there.
Well, kind of what it was saying on there. Well, I didn't read the whole thing, but what I read mostly was just saying like kind of like we represent trees, you know, or like we're kind of like trees.
What you were saying. Yeah.
And it said like, you know, we're all trying to reach divinity, so that's like the trees reaching the top, but you gotta hell. Yeah, you gotta establish good foundations with your roots, with like hell and stuff. You gotta create a balance so then you can reach divinity.
Any tree touching heaven must have roots to touch hell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's us. So in order to know if there's a lie, you have to know the truth. Because how can you know it's a lie if you don't know there's a truth?
Mm.
And so then again, you have to question your faith. And what does faith mean? And once you question faith, why do I put my faith in it? It's like the Star Wars could have been such an epic moment.
Yeah.
like the second, like when they did the second version, like the second that Stormtrooper was like, "What the fuck?" That was divinity. Like, hey, bitch, stop being part of the Empire. It's a bunch of fucking cons. They're just draining you and using you, like fucking being horrible. And so, like, this process is what's affecting, like the balance. See, Nana. 1 second, guys. Sí, Nana, estoy con Alex. Estamos haciendo un video.
Sí, oye, ay, necesito que mueves el carro y yo tu mamá con cosas.
Oh, wow, look, and there's water on the floor.
There's water.
Yeah. That's so funny. We'll be right back. These closed messages. Yeah. Hey, isn't this like, this is Murphy's Law, dude?
That is true.
If something can happen, it's gonna happen right now. We're just going with the flow. Ugh. Okay. All right, I'll move the car real quick and I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm back. And change of plans anyway. Oh, bet. Alright, we're back. Anyways, this would be a fun little reminder when we come back. Oh, damn, look at this.
Oh, hell no.
Because I think I grabbed water and then it ended up like leaking everywhere. See? Destiny.
Yeah.
That's the universe saying, hey, the water's leaking. like, see? Do you see the light? You saw that? That's God. So, what's really funny is like things like that will happen. So like I'll say something and it goes, choo-choo.
Yeah.
But right at the fucking moment, it's like really? I'll say something. Choo-choo. I'm like, you had to do it right there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's actually one of the first times it happened to me. I got possessed. I know it's crazy, but I got possessed once.
Really?
I couldn't use this arm. It was doing its own stuff, and it scared me. I was like, what the fuck's happening to me?
Yeah.
Because this arm was just like doing this. It wasn't anything bad, but like I couldn't control it. And it tripped me the hell out. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Because it broke my reality. Because I was like, how can I not control my fucking own arm?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this? But it was playing with me. Like, it just wanted to like get my attention. Like, hey, I'm here, by the way.
Yeah.
I am real. I'm present. I just want to fuck with you though. And that was the first day it got me. And then after that, different things would happen with lights. Like I'd be going somewhere and the lights would flash at me. Or like one time I was standing and like across the street, the lights started going. I was like, what the fuck, bro? You tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Well, because how else would like magnetism, like the spirit fuck with you, right? What is spirit? It's like this ether. It's light. So how would think about how frequency would fuck with the lights. And so sometimes when you're speaking or like when you're casting spells, talking, you start fucking with the frequency and you can literally like see the lights start messing. I've had it happen before. So that was one thing that really fucked with me. One time, the way I found out God was really, one of that story.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This is a funny one. Okay. So this is my story for God. I was an atheist. I didn't believe in God. I wanted to kill myself. Something in me told me, instead of killing yourself, why don't you just kill who you're being and just listen to your gut? So I killed my ego. I said, fuck this person. And I stopped listening to the voices in my head. I just, whatever my gut told me, I just did it. So whatever, it told me, you're going to work out like this. You're going to do this every day. You're going to do, and I just started listening to it and I stopped listening to my brain.
Yeah.
I turned my brain off. Because remember, it's called brain what? Washing.
Yeah.
But it's called muscle memory. So if you allow it to remember, it'll tell you what to do. It'll guide you because it knows. It's muscular. It knows. And so I started letting my body train me. It started telling me like when to fast, like when to eat, when not to eat, what to do. I started working out every day. And if I didn't do it, I have to make it up. So it was like my discipline towards myself. And so it made me like become more, it's like you have to do these things and you have to keep this up. And so it became a ritual. And that ritualistic energy with my spiritual energy started creating a new product. So that was the alchemical process I was going through, but I didn't know any of this, right? I'm just going through a process. I'm just trying to get through my depression. I'm trying to get through my anxiety. In 6 months, I lost 90 pounds. I gained muscle. I changed. I was a different person. I didn't allow things to I didn't let my anger get the best. I just try to like let things pass. I try to understand what's going on, take my time with things, not allow things to affect me anymore, take more like autonomy on my life and like what I needed for me and like balancing out like I'm going to do this. And I get it's going to upset people, but it's my reality. And that was the process of like me changing. And in this process, I came up with a therapy model where I said there's a child brain. Well, at first it was child brain and adult brain and ego. I was like, okay, so there's an adult brain and a child brain, and the child brain's the feelings, and the adult brain's like the like discipline, and then there's like the self, and then there's like it's like what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And there's like the two like so you have the like feeling side and you have the thought side, and they're battling it out because the heart's torn between both because stress affects one. There's a lot of things, but so that was the first initial like there's something going on here. And then I used to say funny things like, oh, it's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And I was like, oh, okay. I get where they get their knowledge from. And then like over time, I was teaching this to my patients and they all say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's exactly how my brain works. And it started fucking with me. I was like, damn, bro, like, am I onto something? And so I started being like, okay, so there's different brains. And I got really into that. And then I started trying to like really break it down. Like, okay, so what is the child brain? Like, what is it? And like, where do cravings come from? And like, how do cravings happen? Because you don't choose what you crave. We call it a craving. It just what?
It just happens.
It just happens. But what chooses that? And why are they so specific sometimes? And then if you follow them, things happen. And if you don't follow them, you don't feel good. Why do you not feel good for a craving that you didn't even choose? But it happened to you and it's real and it affects you, but you didn't choose it. So then what's choosing the cravings? What's creating this process? And that's when I was like, something is choosing these things. Something is causing this process to take place. Hi, Lulu.
What's up?
Hi. Hey, guys. We're busy right now. We'll come get you guys. We'll let you know you can come up, okay? Thank you. Love you guys. Close the door. It's totally Murphy's Law, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to lock it because if I don't, they're going to become bad. So, okay. So I'm going through this process where I'm discovering the brain. And shit's just aligning for me. And I'm like, what the hell is like, I'm like figuring out a new technique essentially. And I'm going down the process and I start figuring out cravings, right? So I said, okay, cravings come from your stomach. The feelings are here. And so so your gut is your feelings. As you always say, if I feel sick, you touch your stomach. I don't feel good. So feelings come from here. I say, okay, because kids have feelings, and that's all they ever talk about is what they want.
What they feeling.
That's all they. That's the only thing they understand at that point is what they're feeling. So it started. Okay, so I said, okay, so like the gut must be the kid brain because I even heard there was brain stems in the gut. So I said, so when you're brain dead but you're still alive, it's because the gut's its own what?
Its own mind.
It's and so when people are blackout drunk, how do they get home?
With the gut.
They know how to get.
They just know how to get home.
They just know how to go. They know where to go. They know how to get there. And so they don't go through that process. Yeah. So they don't have to think if they already know. And so the subconscious will take you there. Because it can access the brain, but at a subconscious level where you don't need consciousness. So you can say that consciousness doesn't need to be conscious to operate.
Sure, yeah.
It doesn't need you to operate. It will operate on its own. Oh, sorry, Papas. We're busy right now. I think we'll let you know you can come up, okay? See? Murphy's Law, bro. Literally like water attack. We got grandma coming up here. We got the kid, every angle. For like, how long we're downstairs? We were just chilling. And this is the universe. And the second, it's like, what the? But then I always say, like, when you're playing a video game, when the boss gets harder, you don't get mad. You're like, oh, shit. Oh shit,
Yeah.
what's up, homie? You don't waver. You say, all right, what's up?
Yeah.
Okay, I can take this. But when it's real life, you're like, oh man, it's the same thing. You have to see it as like it's a quest. It's like you going through something. So you're just and the more you can work with the quest, the more quests you get, the better you get, the more you can handle. It's like you're gaining experience, which is making you a better character, and you can handle harder quests. Just like if they're like Naruto or whatever, like the different like stages.
Yeah.
Quests, you can handle more. So the universe will what?
Throw more at you.
Because you wouldn't even see it as something you could handle if you didn't even what?
You didn't train.
If you didn't even think you could.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't even. If you have to say, really? You're like, really? I'm giving you a challenge so you can prove yourself. So you can have worthiness when the best you say, oh man, I have to. Do I really have to use my magical abilities? Oh man. Do I really have to wield and fold the fabric of space-time with my will? Oh man. God, I have to cast spells and watch for curses and make sure that my soul is pure so that I can have all this fucking like divine energy. Oh man, it's boring. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I start figuring out that the gut has something to do with God.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, you keep getting cravings. And not only that, it'll like be like, go over there. Go do that.
Yeah.
And like, how do you pick love? It just the reason why Tinder doesn't work are these online because you're using your brain, not your gut. Because your gut's the one that's like, that's your girl. And you're like, why do I keep, why is she the energy that why is this happening? Something's drawing me to you.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't pick that.
It just happens. Mm-hmm.
That's the magnetism. That's what love is. It's a feeling. It's a vibration. It's a frequency that just aligns perfectly. So you already know your person. That's why you have soulmates and twin flames. A soulmate is someone that was meant to be in your soul story. That's why the second you're around them, it just, no, we're busy, guys. Not right now. So that you connect, right? And then you have another one where you have a twin flame. And that means they come from the same what? Source.
Same source.
Yeah. So you're vibrating at the same frequency. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. We'll come back later. Thank you, guys. This is so funny, dude. Oh.